Hi there, this is Mark Idelman, speech-language pathologist, and welcome to the teaching of talking. My goodness, these are turbulent times that we're having right now, and my first wish to everybody out there is that you're safe and that you stay well and that you be careful. Those are the recommendations for today, okay? But that's not the reason why I'm making this video today. The reason why I'm making this video is because a number of years ago, I wrote an article about Home Depot. And Home Depot has been a very, very, very successful corporation. It's all over the country. I mean, you'll find a Home Depot in about every city. Now, what's so interesting about Home Depot is the fact that back in the day, you used to have lumber yards, and the builder or the subcontractor would go to the lumber yard or to the place where all the building materials were, and he or she would buy the necessary bricks and mortar and all of the drywall and all of the windows and everything that is required to build a house. And so a lot of homes have been built ever since the dawn of time. Now, then what happened was that there were a lot of people that wanted to have home improvements to their homes, but they'd go and they'd find out what it would cost them, and they would change their mind. They say, well, no, I can't do that right now. I'm going to have to do something else. So what happened was that Home Depot came up with this great idea. And the idea was that every Saturday they would have classes at Home Depot for people like you and me who wanted to learn how to lay tile or wanted to learn how to hang curtains or how to build a cabinet or any of those things that are required to upgrade a home. And so what happened was that on Saturdays, man, you'd see all kinds of people at the Home Depot, and they'd be taking these classes. And, you know, many of them would say, well, that's not so hard. You don't need a PhD to lay tile, or, you know, you don't need an advanced college degree to build or improve a doorway in a home, or to put a new door in, or to put a new lock on the door, you know? So Home Depot found a niche. You like that word? Niche. And what a niche is, it's a very discrete specialty of what they do for people. And that niche was to train people to build things and to fix their own homes, whether it be plumbing or electricity or doors or cabinets or walls or any of those things. They taught those people, like you and me, they taught us how to fix up our house. So then all we had to do was we took the course, then we went and we bought the necessary materials. And before you knew it, we bought some tools, some power tools, maybe a saw or maybe a drill or maybe an electric screwdriver, and we went to work. And we did it. And, you know, many of us back in the day thought, well, you know, I could never do that. So, you know, if I can't have it done, then I'm not going to have it done at all. But then there was a change. And that change was that people found out that it wasn't so hard to do those things. And if they had the necessary training, if they had the necessary instructions and hands-on experience, then they could probably do it themselves. Now, that's what the teaching of talking is. The teaching of talking is a method that I developed, and I'm not a master builder, but I'm a master speech pathologist. And I've been helping people talk for 46 years. Now, I'm not in an ivory tower in a university, and I don't teach students. I've been in the trenches for 46 years correcting those speech and hearing problems. But you know what? I was talking with somebody today, and they said, gosh, you've been doing this 46 years? And I said, yeah. And they said, well, then you should know. So I said, well, yeah, I know all the mistakes. I know all the mistakes, and I've made just about all of the mistakes. And I learned from about all of those mistakes, like all of us have, whether it's dating or whether it's cars or whether it's whatever it is. Being a human means that you make mistakes. Now, the smart humans are the ones who make the mistakes, figure out that that doesn't work, and then they figure out, well, I got to go somewhere else to find out the information, or I've got to see somebody else. Or if your therapist isn't getting you the results that you want, you got to look someplace else. That's just all there is to it. It's like being lost. You could drive into a city and you don't know where the bank is. You don't know where the Walmart is. You don't know where anything is, especially if you don't have a GPS. So you got to ask somebody. And the other person will give you the directions, or the GPS. But you got to know that you have to reach out and get the directions, and that's what we've done with the teaching of talking. Now, before I left hospital work, I wrote a book called The Teaching of Talking, because I got tired of administrations at hospitals saying, hey, you got to stop seeing this patient because Medicare is going to red flag it because we've seen him for too many visits. So I had to go to see these people. These people would come into my office for their visit, and we'd sit down and start doing speech therapy, and then I'd go, well, I got some news for you. Oh, yeah, what is it? So I'd tell them what happened, that their therapy was discontinued because the hospital or the rehab center thought that Medicare was going to not pay them for the therapy that they were providing. So one of the things you got to know is that when you have a problem, okay, whether it be in building your house, whether it be in speech therapy or whatever, you got to go find an expert. Now, you don't want to find just any speech pathologist because there are a dime a dozen out there, okay? You want to find somebody that's already made the mistakes. Because let's face it, whenever we learn anything new, we make a lot of mistakes. That's just the way it is. Now, if you want to, you can work with a therapist who's young and inexperienced. You can do that. But chances are they're going to make mistakes. And if you want results, and if you want results fast or faster, then you want to find somebody who's been down the block before. Now, here's the thing. We're going through this virus thing right now, and a lot of people are going to be home. Now, when you're home, you're going to wonder, what the heck are you going to do with yourself? I've been wondering about that, but I'm not worried at all because, if the virus did come to where I am, and if I had to stay inside my house and not go out, heck, I'd do a new book on dysarthria. I'd write a book on voice therapy. I'd create a video instructional program for apraxia, which is coming, and a whole lot of other things. And many of you know I'm a photographer also, and that I'd like to publish a few photography books. So here's the thing. You're going to be home. You're going to be home. Now, you could sit around and play tiddlywinks if you want to, Or you could sit around and watch that idiot box that's going to scare you half to death 3/4 of the time. Or you could be doing something constructive and fun, like helping your loved one talk. And the best way to do that is with the teaching of talking. We don't do any iPads. We don't do any workbooks. We don't do any handout sheets. What we do is we teach you how to get the other person talking within a conversation. And if they have apraxia, we can teach you the steps that will be necessary to have that individual with apraxia learn what to do. So this is Mark Ittleman. Be safe out there. Know that chances are we're all going to have a big opportunity to stay home. And what better opportunity, I've had so many caregivers say to me, well, I got to go to work and I don't have the time and that takes too much and, all of this stuff. But just know that if you're going to be home, then your time would be best spent with the teaching of talking method. Now, we have a independent study course that for $99, you can take this course that has about 15 or 18 videos in it, and it comes with the book, okay, for $99.99, okay, which is a steal, okay? And I have it on half price, half off right now. So if you want, you can pick up a copy of the Teaching of Talking book and the video program and start working today, just as soon as you get this video. And as soon as you click on the links down below, you can start your own Home Depot. But I'll call it the Home Intensive Aphasia Conversation. It's not going to be therapy. It's going to be fun. It's going to be talking to your loved one and showing them how to talk so that they can talk to you. And not be off in some corner, okay, by themselves, not being able to talk, not being able to speak. So this is Mark Ittleman, speech-language pathologist. If you've liked this video, give us a thumbs up. Down below the video is an opportunity. There's a link to the independent study course, which has the book and the video course that you study on your own, okay? And that's like $99.99, okay? The second thing you can do, if you want, is make sure you get on our mailing list so that you can find out about the new offerings, the new books that are coming out, the new videos that are coming out that will help you help your loved one. Because a lot of people aren't going to be going to outpatient clinics with their loved ones for speech therapy. A lot of people aren't going to be going to the movie theater. A lot of people aren't going to be going grocery shopping. Okay? So here's your opportunity to take advantage of this offer that I'm giving you. It's a special sale on the independent study course and the book. Now, if you're the type of person that you don't like to read books or you don't like to kind of wade through a video course, well, there's also a link to a questionnaire underneath. And if you want, fill out that questionnaire and send it to me and answer the questions. And if you'd like me to personally teach you and personally show you step by step exactly what to do with your loved one, then fill out that questionnaire and send it back to me. So remember now, give us a thumbs up if you've liked this video. If you want to take the independent study course, and by the way, it's guaranteed. Try it for 30 days. If you don't like it within 30 days, you can return it for your full money back. Okay? That's what I promise you. I spent years working on that and years on the book. Okay? And this was so that you could learn to do it yourself. Because nobody's going to care for your loved one as much as you. No one is going to have the time or have the environment that's full of language-rich words as the home, if they're home. All right? And that's the best place anywhere because we all learned how to talk at home. So, when you finish this video, go underneath the video and get your home study course and get a move on because time's a wasting. And this is a wonderful opportunity for you. Wonderful opportunity. And hopefully I'll be seeing you. And if you want me to work with you personally, fill out the questionnaire. I'll call you, or I'll send you a note, or I'll make some recommendations to you so that you can move forward, because there's going to be a lot less formal therapy out there in these days. So you got to learn how to do it yourself. That's the best way anyway. So we'll see you. Have a great day. Stay safe. And we look forward to communicating with you soon. Bye-bye now.